Hey, good morning. It's Randy T-Bird out here in Arizona on a windy morning. It is very blustery today. I had quite a headwind coming out this way. I'm headed back now. I've been out for a couple, 3 hours and just enjoying the day. A shout out to my brother Roach. Thank you for watching my videos. It was good to see you yesterday, and I'll try to keep you amused, brother. So I'm always surprised when people like my verbal wanderings here. But again, thank you. Just riding on 87, my favorite road, out here through the desert. Springtime in Arizona. Kind of a cool day today. I think it's only going to hit 80, and with the wind, it feels even cooler. So the wind is actually blowing hard enough that when you're standing there, it feels about the same as when you're riding. So out here, we don't have so much wind chill as we have heat index, which is a whole other thing. You folks in humid parts of the country know what that's about. So, but it's pretty comfortable right now. Long sleeve shirt, my vest, and yeah, gloves and a helmet. We're good. I'm talking about also my Saddlemen LS step-up helmet. Did I say helmet? What I meant was seat, because you don't have a step-up helmet. Jeez. My mind is wandering, apparently. I've had it for a while now, and it is starting to break in, and it's getting really comfortable. Much more so than anything that I have tried in recent years. I've modified Harley-Davidson seats. I've had Mustang seats, and no disrespect to Mustang, their stuff is good. This Saddlemen is head and shoulders above the rest. I've even had Corbins, and Corbins are what they are. I think they're too much money for what they are. The last Corbin I had was on my Triumph Thunderbird, and while it was an improvement over the stock seat, it still had a lot to be desired. It was hard as a rock. It never really it never really broke in. It was hard as a rock the day I got it. It was hard as a rock the day that I unfortunately sold that bike. But the Saddlemen is good. I also have a Mustang seat I bought at the swap meet, and while it is comfortable, I like the extra height that this seat gives me. It gives me about an inch to an inch and a half, probably taller on the bike, which changes my riding triangle. So it kind of unloads my hips a little bit. And you know, I'm not a tall guy, but for a bike to be as low as this 2021 Softail 114 is, it kind of puts, I think it's a combination of the what Harley calls the further forward controls. They're not full on forward control, but they're not a typical mid control either. So it actually kind of straightens out that rider triangle, and it's much more comfortable, and I'm not getting lower back pain or hip discomfort after just half an hour, 45 minutes. So it's made the bike very comfortable. So if you're looking and you can afford to spend the money, I would say don't mess around with anything else, just go do it. I know there's lots of programs out there where you can finance things through different companies like Revzilla, Cycle Gear, J&P Cycles, where you can pay 30 bucks a month for it for 12 months or something like that, or whatever. They do require a little bit down payment, but it's not bad, and you can pay them off early and beat the interest rate for the most part. It's kind of cool that they're doing that. Everything has gotten so expensive these days. You know, not uncommon to have to pay $1,000 for a shock or a set of shocks, or even more, $400 or $500 for a seat. And exhaust system, well, if you bought one of those, a 2-into-1, you know you're into anywhere between $800 and $1,000 before you even get to a tuner or anything like that. So those are kind of a good program. The interest rate is steep, but again, you can pay it off early, and that takes care of that. You know, if you've got, say you can afford $100 a month, but you can't afford $450, you can pay it off in 4 months and accrue very little interest. So I think that's a good thing to do. I mean, the whole thing, I guess in the 1940s and 50s, nobody financed anything, but people saved and whatever, and expenses were lower. You didn't make as much money in those days, but nowadays, I mean, any kind of decent car or pickup truck costs you $30,000 or more. You know, I don't know anybody that's got that kind of cash laying around. You know, so that's why we have financing. You know, I was lucky enough to get 0% on my truck, and that's kind of nice, watching that balance go down every month without giving any of it to interest. So thank you, Ford. You know, can't pass up a deal like that. I wish I could do that through Harley. You never know, I might refinance one of these days. Anyway, just out riding around today, and headed south on 87, coming up to Fort McDowell and Fountain Hills there in the immediate distance. The wind's at my back now, so it's much nicer, and it's probably quieter. I closed all the vents on my helmet to try to get rid of some of the wind noise. I don't have nearly the wind protection that the Heritage had on this bike. Even with the fairing, it takes the wind off of me, but it does create a little bit of rumbly air over the top of the fairing. I'm gonna work on that and see what I can figure out to do to get the wind noise back out of the videos. I mean, it took me a long time to sort that out, but also if you're going 75 plus miles an hour, you're gonna get some wind noise. I don't care who you are. I've noticed a lot of these guys that have perfectly quiet videos are either doing like a voiceover or a Zoom microphone and then mixing it together. I don't have that kind of energy to try and figure that out. You know, while I'm not a technophobe, I am definitely not as let's call it technically abled as some people are. People like Chopper Fett, the guy that does the Fortnite videos, you're getting some great audio out of your stuff. So, you know, it is what it is. I do my best. You know, I haven't heard anybody complain. Well, a little bit, but you know, turn your volume down. You can always go to closed captions. You know, I kind of kidding a little bit. You know, I know there's sometimes that I have to go to closed captions on videos just so I can hear it with all the noise and stuff going on at home. You know, when you have small children, it can get noisy sometimes, and they got barking dogs and, you know, the whole American Dream thing going on. So I have a hard time hearing the television at normal times, so I don't mind using the closed captions. Although you do get some amusing interpretations. So a lot of words sound alike apparently. So, and give you some amusing representations of what you said you didn't really say, but yeah, whatever, it's good humor. Anyway, I'm closing in on Shea Boulevard down here where the road goes off to Scottsdale. I'm not going into Scottsdale. I hate Scottsdale traffic. You people who live in Scottsdale know what I mean. It can get pretty hectic out that way, so I like to stay on the state highway as long as I can before I have to go fight city traffic again. I don't know what it is in part of your part of the world, but things are coming back here. So a lot of the COVID restrictions have been lifted, and traffic is starting to return to what was normal. I mean, we've got a bit of a break from it with a lot of people working from home and the like, and places modifying their hours, but I'll tell you, I've noticed the freeway traffic in the last 30 days or so increasing quite a bit. At any rate, this is Randy T-Bird out here in Arizona. If you like what you see, please subscribe. If you don't like what you see, subscribe anyway. You know, if you ignore me, that's fine. I need the subs. Trying to build my channel, trying to do what you need. If you got suggestions, please let me know. Tell your friends, and you all have a good weekend, rest of the weekend, and I hope you're out on your bikes and enjoying life. I will talk to you later.